Guys, we're going to play a little game of fill in the blank. You ready for this
I'm ready.
one?
Let's
All
go.
right. Blank will be the biggest wild card upset. Clay?
You want me to start off? I'm going to say the Washington Commanders will be the biggest upset. And I think the Bucs are favored. The Commanders have won 2 more games. I think the Bucs are in a weaker division. Jaden Daniels has been playing out of his mind, so I'm going with the Commanders to beat the Bucs. I know Baker's playing well. Mike Evans, one of the best receivers in history, but I just really like the vibe coming out of Washington. I think Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year, is going to do some big things.
Annie, who you got?
This one's going to be interesting. I'm going to say the Broncos over the Bills. Now,
Oh,
just
my
hang with me, guys.
gosh. Okay.
Hold on. Patrick Surtain, PS2. That is the main. I know. Casey's mad at me now, my producer. This is the main reason. Okay, they use him a lot like Darrelle Revis and the Jets did. The Bills play a lot of 4-by-1 formations. I think he can put some serious pressure on Josh Allen here. Plus, their pass rush is great. The Eagles, when they made it to the Super Bowl in 2022, they had 70 sacks. The Broncos have 63. This is a very.
It's a juicy one.
It's a little bit of a catch there, and the line is dropping a little bit. It started at 10. It's like 9.5 now. I think.
Bo Nix versus Josh Allen.
Casey,
I'm so sorry. I'm never coming back on the show.
Annie's never coming back.
It's a close one.
Our producer, big Bills fan.
Things like this happen in Wild Card
Yeah,
Weekend. I
they
think
do.
Underdogs are 69 to 105 lifetime in Wild Card games. That's an average of 1.5 upsets per playoff season. So I think that's not a bad call. I'm inclined to agree with Clay, but I don't want to agree with Clay twice today. So I will go Texans over Chargers as much as it pains me.
You're Mr. Jim Harbaugh.
But the Texans are at home. I am Mr. Harbaugh, an honorary brother, I would like to think. But at some point in time, you got to figure the Texans are going to get it. You got to figure C.J. Stroud's going to get hot again. And so I think it's going to be the Texans over the Chargers.
You went out on a limb and you took the higher seed. I like that.
You guys,
they're underdogs.
I know, but there's the higher. It's okay. You guys know that Haugh is just Harbaugh when you say it really fast.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right, let's go to our next one.
Okay.
Blank has the most pressure on them in the wild card round. This could be a player, a coach, a team.
Tough one.
This
What
is
you
a
got,
good
Clay?
one.
You want me to go first?
You go first this time.
All right,
Yeah,
you
that
know
way
who
you can-
does?
he can steer it.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has the most pressure on him because he's
that's a
coming
good
off
one.
the worst game of the season. A lot of people starting to wonder, well, what are they going to do next year? J.J. McCarthy's going to be healthy. Oh, my gosh, Sam Darnold lost all that money. He was playing the Lions. He's entitled to a bad game, but he's got a lot of pressure going on the road in L.A. They won 14 games. That's a very good football team. Some people could look at them as a trendy Super Bowl pick, but Sam Darnold faces all the pressure.
I'm going to go with the Ravens, and more in particular, Lamar and John Harbaugh, because of their playoff experience, their playoff
history.
The feel that they have in the playoffs. And Lamar, he has a passer rating of 102 in the regular season. In the playoffs, it's 73. Lamar has, and they just abandoned the run in the playoffs. We've seen it a million times. You can't do that this year with Derrick Henry. I think there's a lot of pressure on Lamar and the Ravens.
Todd Monken. Bears coaching candidate.
Do it. Yeah,
he had a bad
Pressure's
coaching
on him,
last year.
too.
Pressure's on him.
I hear you, Annie, but I think more pressure lies on who they are playing, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got Mike Tomlin in specific and Russell Wilson. These are 2 guys who are at a turning point in their career. If Mike Tomlin loses his 6th straight NFL playoff game, he will be on the hot seat.
Well, will he be tradable?
He'll be tradable. I think
There you go.
He'll be traded. If you lose your 6th
Number
straight,
18.
Russell Wilson is trying to prove that this Denver thing was a blip. I'm still a quarterback that can lead a franchise to the playoffs. If he loses in the first round after losing 4 straight, both these guys are going to be in some hot water.
Clay, he did lead them to the playoffs. They're in the playoffs.
This is a bad matchup for the Ravens, too, because the Steelers have their number.
Why you got to pick on Russ like that?
Russ isn't cooking right now.
Okay.
Russ is not cooking. Did you give your answer? Oh, yeah, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, yeah.
All right. Bears fans will feel blank about who they ultimately hire as their next head coach.
I want to hear David first.
David last on this one. Clay?
I have 2. I have anxious, but what I first said was split. Because no matter who you pick, even if you got Vrabel or Ben Johnson, some guys, we should have got Ben Johnson. We should have won Vrabel, the discipline. So I think they're going to feel split and a little anxious because we've all been here too many times before.
Annie?
Okay. I'm going to go with upset, and this is kind of an obvious one here. But Ryan Poles, I don't know if you guys saw, came out this week and said, there's going to be some names you don't expect, and this is verbatim, that are going to surprise you because we're digging deeper than we have before. That's scary. I'm not even a Bears fan, and that scares me. They're going to go out there and get Hugh Jackson. At this point, it's beyond me. I don't know who they're
Hugh
talking
Jackman?
to. I don't.
The Wolverine?
Yeah, man, that'd probably be better. That'd be better. That'd be a better hire. It's concerning. I would say upset. No matter what happens, they're probably going to be upset.
Matt Campbell on the list.
This will be the 7th head coach that I will have covered in Chicago on the Bears. I know Clay's happy for that. It's been a long time. So I can tell you with confidence, Bears fans will feel bewildered over whoever they ultimately hired as a head coach.
That's a good
because they won't like it. And I don't know if they won't like it because of it's the fan base, or they won't like it because there's a sense of confidence. If you know anything right now, or you're inclined to believe anything right now, is that the Bears are not going to get this right. So the sense will be they will introduce somebody that will collectively and they'll be bewildered over exactly what just happened. I want to think it's going to be Ben Johnson. I want to think it's going to be Mike Vrabel or Pete Carroll or Brian Flores. But I don't know that it will, because the confidence in the Bears is at an all-time low.